great. Thank you so much to the co-chairs and to the wonderful speakers. We have a lot to think about. We've made a little bit of progress, but we have a lot more to go. And we are going to conclude hearing about the exciting preview for the 2023 ILLS meeting in Rome, Italy. We have three brief speakers, Roberto Trossi, Luca Aldrighetti, and Mohammed Abu Halal. So Roberto, can you start, please?
Luca,
can you start?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I need to have the possibility to share the screen.
Okay. On the bottom, click the share screen.
Yeah, but the organizer should give me this opportunity because I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a little bit late, so we'll try to be fast, but it's important for us to give at least an overview of what is going to be our project for Rome 2023. Hopefully, COVID will be no more a problem, so we'll have the chance to meet in person. And so that's why we decided to invite you in Rome. I don't think we need to present Rome, but these are just a few pictures of the city that, especially during spring, is really amazing and will definitely be a perfect place to spend the time. It's easy to be reached, and that's why we share the decision for Rome also to have a city that goes along with the other locations, Paris, Tokyo, and New York, even if we were not able to join you in person, Dave. We are waiting for getting the final budget and to decide the location. We are working with the 4 possibilities. You see here, this is the EUR close to Rome. This is a very new Congress venue that is called La Nuvola. And this is the auditorium of the music park. I think, Dave, you already know the Cavalieri Hilton Hotel. This is a very nice venue, so we are thinking of it because it's on the hill, and you will have Rome down at your feet, with the possibility also to have a Congress inside the hotel. The tentative date is May, between 8 and 15, so we planned a week, including 3 Congress days, and then 2 days for pre-Congress courses and 1 day for post-Congress course. This is just the tentative timetable, but obviously we will have a time, and we need also to check about the agenda of other big meetings that can be done in different period of time based on the pandemic of the COVID. Now I leave the talk to Mo Abu Halal. So Mo, can you give a little bit of philosophy about our Congress?
Yes, thank you very much, Luca, and thank you, David, for the great organization and for giving us the opportunity to present what we are planning to do. In ILLS, we have done a lot, and every time we came with something new, and or we built on the, can you share the talk still, Luca?
Yes.
we continue to build on what others have done. So we are lucky to be building on Paris, then Tokyo and New York. We hear once that the future meets the past. I think minimally invasive surgery has reached great levels, and innovation have exceeded our expectations already. But still, I think it is time for us now to go back to the first page and start rehearsing things again and reviewing what we have done so far. So I think the next ILLS will be a reconnection with open surgeons and with our maestros in surgery to go to the basis and to get their feedback now at this level of excellence. Next slide. And I think we have seen, and we continue to see great differences and the great variations, which is the strength of minimally invasive surgery between the Asian Pacific area, the European area, and the Northern American area. And I think in this meeting, we should start talking to each other about ideas from the 3 continents and exchange ideas and learn from each other regarding approaches, indications, but also about what's behind the surgeon. How is life of a surgeon in Tokyo compared to the life of a surgeon in Italy, and how somebody becomes a surgeon in Tokyo and somebody becomes a surgeon in America. And this is maybe more directed to people who are learning and maybe to trainees and people who want to become specialized liver surgeon. Okay. And the third thing we want to talk is that about, and this is something maybe building on what David did in this meeting, building on minimally invasivity in general in the treatment of liver disease, from ablative therapy to surgical therapies to chemotherapy maybe, and just have a multidisciplinary amplitude of the minimally invasive management of liver disease, rather than just focusing on minimally invasive surgery. I think it is very difficult to do this when you are just growing up, but I think we will be mature enough as minimally invasive liver society to start connecting to other subspecialties and other MDT key members, and just start to put the basis for a bigger team. Next. And we shouldn't forget that minimally invasive surgery have excelled thanks to multiple and different players in the field. We can't forget our nurses, our anesthetists, and our hepatologists. And now that we have built well our house and we have put it in order, I think it's time to start inviting them and getting them involved in our meeting if we want to become a big society with a greater vision. So I think next time, maybe nurses session and involvement, anesthetic session and hepatology session, or at least something to hear from them as well, and have their feedback on what we are doing. Next. So the next thing we are aiming to do, and unfortunately we couldn't do in New York for different reasons, I think we will be hungry to do a lot and to see each other after 4 years of distance and no face-to-face. So we think here we can have an Italian liver surgical week, which would start with 2 symposiums. The first 2 will be in Milan and in Brescia. Brescia and Milan are very near to each other. They are 2 big cities, and we can have 2 symposiums within 46 minutes by train or by car. I think, next page, thank you, Luca. And I think in this we have 2 different ideas about live liver surgery, about focusing on hot topics, about reflecting on the boundaries on how much we could push in minimally invasive liver surgery, like cholangiocarcinomas and colorectal metastasis as symposium. And I think the robotic surgery will have grown up further by that time. So maybe a step back to see how robotic surgery have been implemented or could be implemented in laparoscopic already surgical pioneering units. Thank you, Luca. Next. So starting from Brescia, moving to Milan next. Two great cities. Milan, where Luca is, doesn't need a lot really to be spoken about. Which the center of everything in Italy and one of the biggest centers in Europe. Brescia is a smaller city, but still is an important city. Next, Luca. It's the city of the Mille Miglia. It falls between two beautiful lakes and two beautiful wonders of nature, as they call it. Next, Luca. And it's in the heart of what you may know as Franciacorta. You may know the bottles of wine, but it is a very beautiful area which you can have a great choices of where to stay, and you just need to choose where to wine, what to wine and where to dine. So it's a very good opportunity. And then moving to Milan, where, next, Luca, where, as I said, a huge amount of facilities, a huge amount of locations to see, a very important city, and then move from there to Rome. The post-meeting, I'll pass it to my friend Roberto.
Thank you, Mo. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I echo Mo, thanking Dave for his great organization, great Congress, and of course also Ratio, Claudius, and all the attendees. So I think the conclusion of this Italian week for ILLS 2023 Rome will be to host the post-meeting workshop in Naples on Saturday 13th, if the date will be fixed definitely. I think many of you knows already Naples. From Rome, you can reach Naples by high-speed train in 50 minutes time. The purpose is to organize a monothematic conference on updates on minimal invasive donor hepatectomy. This is because the ILLS, many of the ILLS representative conceived 2 years ago in Seoul the first consensus and guidelines, and I think we will be 4 years later, and many additional results and interesting data will be available for doing let's say to have the point of the state of art of this still debated procedure. A tentative of location will be the Anton Dorn Zoological Maritime Zoological Station on the Caracciolo Esplanade, so in downtown Naples on the seaside. And next, Luca or Mo. So this could be the ideas or updates on worldwide minimal invasive donor hepatectomy evolution. You know how it's spreading now this this procedure, especially with the implementation of the robotic approaches. It's very important to look to the donor outcomes and also making a differences, if any, between laparoscopic and robotic approach for the three type of grafts, the three major type of grafts, so the right lobe, left lobe, and left lateral segments for pediatric transplantation. I think there is also many questions are arising from small centers who are dealing with the new program. So how to start an MIDH program will be also important to be stated and discussed. And finally, I think we could also add insights on small foresights grafting, and especially if MIDH procedure for oncological indication, which is today and hype as a new indication for liver transplantation. Of course, much more. Looking to the possibility that the city offers, you know, this is a very special city. plenty of history, monuments, and nice places to visit, including not only the mainland, but also Sorrento and Amalfi Coast, countryside. The three main islands are Procida, Ischia, and Capri, and all together will give a festival of flavors and vineyards to be discovered. And looking to the accommodation, I think we will have a great accommodations on the seaside downtown in Naples. So there is no problem. And plenty of possibilities. And looking to the culture, I just listed the most important place that could be visited or included in the social program, like Capodimonte Royal Palace Museum, the National Museum, the historical Roman city of Pompeii Ercolano, and the islands, and Positano and Amalfi coast. So thank you all. Maybe we give the podium to David.
Please, David.
Thank you to my Italian friends and colleagues, and we look forward to Rome 2023. We're going to close this meeting in just a minute, but I want to, as a housekeeping reminder, because we were such a full schedule for 2 days, we did not have an ILLS General Assembly meeting today, but we will have it in 2 weeks on Saturday, June 26th for a 1-hour meeting by Zoom, and reminders will come out about that. That will be preceded by a 1-hour council meeting. So thank you, everyone. We still have 130 participants, which is on a late Sunday afternoon. It's fantastic. And it was a really enjoyable meeting. I learned very much in watching, and I look forward to seeing everybody in Rome. And thank you to our meeting management, Jill and Margie, for making this all possible. And we will sign off now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I'll also thank our sponsors who were a critical part, and we had 7 fabulous industry sessions. So thank you again.
Thank you. Well done, Dave.